Witt is leading our team coverage on the ground in Mississippi, still getting a handle on the damage from that massive tornado.
And just take a look at this video showing the tornado's powerful impact as it passed by the high school in the town of Armory. You can hear that wind blowing through, damaging the ceiling, but incredibly, most of the school is okay. The same, however, cannot be said about other spots, including nearby Rolling Fork. And that's where our friend Whit Johnson is. And Whit, we were just talking to you before the show. You said it looks like everything in the storm's path was nearly obliterated.
Janae, Gio, good morning to you. Exactly. I mean, it's hard to really make out what you're looking at as you drive into this community. But let me paint this picture for you. This is just a small glimpse, by the way, of the devastation that we've seen for miles. This is a lumber yard behind me. There were several structures. Right next to it were a couple communities and neighborhoods where there were some trailer homes, and all of that just blown to smithereens. And you can see just mixed together into now this unrecognizable pile of debris. Sadly, that's also where some of the fatalities have been reported. And the death toll is rising overnight. We know that this path of destruction, as we talked about earlier, cut a path 60 miles from this rare EF4 tornado. Those tornadoes only make up about 1% of all tornadoes. And so this community going through so much right now, just beginning the painful process of picking up the pieces. It's made up of only about 2,000 people here, and we're going to talk to the mayor in just a moment. But he and many others describing this town and what's left of it as mostly wiped out.
They're in heaven right now. And I was told that they passed away in each other's arms.
This morning, heartbreak in Mississippi. Survivors mourning the lives lost, and many still in shock after losing everything they had.
I still haven't completely, accepted that yet. My family's going to be devastated.
This violent and deadly EF4 tornado, 3/4 of a mile wide, striking Friday night. One of at least 10 reported tornadoes in an outbreak stretching from Texas to Alabama, bringing unimaginable destruction to Silver City and Rolling Fork, Mississippi. President Biden approving a disaster declaration for the state. Its devastating path stretching nearly 60 miles as it traveled across Mississippi for more than an hour.
Oh, man. Dear Jesus, please help them.
The storm killing at least 26 people, injuring dozens more. Among those who died, 56-year-old Mary Barfield Bush of Rolling Fork.
I've never seen anything like this. I've seen tornadoes, but none this bad.
Search teams looking for anyone still trapped under mountains of rubble. Survivors coming to grips with overwhelming loss. 2 dying when an 18-wheeler fell on their home.
It was just heartbreaking, terrible, just so bad. And like I said, whenever I had arrived over here, I hollered for them for maybe 30 minutes, an hour or so.
Others trapped inside collapsed buildings. Storm chaser Aaron Rigsby went door to door rescuing victims who had no way out.
There was just a constant rain of people yelling for help, and I followed the closest ones that I could find.
Percy Johnson and Linda Newell had just 5 minutes to take cover, rushing into their truck, the tornado burying it under debris.
We was just thinking any minute now, all of this stuff is going to come crashing down in on us. So but we literally thought we were going to die.
The violent tornado turning homes into rubble.
This is what's left.
This is what left. This is all we have left.
Everything Cheryl Andrews owned, gone. This heap of ruins was once her home, a slab of concrete, all that remains.
This is our home. It was our home. This was our home.
Her family taking mattresses inside their hallway, praying as the fierce tornado came bearing down. She describes those life or death moments to our Rob Marciano.
We felt the house just go up, and it was going in circles, and it just settles back down.
Then it looked like it exploded.
It exploded.
All around you?
All around us.
Still, she says she's blessed, grateful to be alive.
And weather experts tell us that tornadoes that hit overnight are more than twice as deadly than tornadoes that hit in the daytime. And one of the things that we've heard from people here is, yes, they knew about the warnings, they knew about the bad weather, but how do you prepare for this? You know, even if you take cover within the walls of your own home, and then it's ripped to shreds all around you. So people thought they were able to find a place that was safe, and then it turns out that it wasn't. So this tornado, obviously, it's going to take so much time for this community to rebuild and recover. As we noted, Rob Marciano also here in Rolling Fork with more on the devastating impact. Rob, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Whit. You know, Cheryl, they did all the right things. I mean, they went into the center part of their home in an interior hallway. They took mattresses, they covered themselves, and that's miraculously how they survived. We talked to her. We talked to so many survivors yesterday, and they all have remarkable stories. And also point out to me like that you know, this is an area that gets a lot of tornadoes. They had one just to the north that missed them a couple of years ago. They had many down to the south. So I guess you could say it was their time. Nobody wants to hear that, especially with an EF4, which has winds of up to 200 miles per hour, and it does stuff like this. I mean, this is an industrial building made with brick and mortar. I mean, these aren't your everyday bricks. These are industrial type of bricks, and that's what 200-mile-an-hour winds can do. And then this kind of surreal. This is all over this area. Old growth trees like this, just completely defoliated, corrugated metal wrapped around them. It's just a surreal sight of this incredible tornado that made its way through here. As you said, it's going to take months, years. They're going to have to start from scratch, I think, when it comes with this tornado. Silver City, another town just up the road, about 20 miles, much smaller, completely devastated as well. At least one fatality there, as this thing was on the ground for a remarkable 60 miles with a damage length, with other tornadoes even farther than that. It only takes one, Whit. We talk about a tornado outbreak. We didn't have many with this one, but obviously this one, an EF4, completely crushed this community.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.